This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Thank you so much for joining us here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. It's Wednesday, September 15th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, representatives from Congressman Stephen Horsfords' office were in Pahrump today to answer questions and provide help for local residents. Divya Narala, who works for the congressman, says their staff may be able to help when you have nowhere else to turn.
I'm out here today at Night Communities Coalition, which is a pillar here in Pahrump, to offer constituent services. A lot of folks don't know that we offer free services to our constituents. If they're having issues navigating any of our federal agencies, we have staff members who are always on hand to help them kind of navigate through some of the challenges that they might be facing. We get a ton of IRS casework, especially actually today, the child tax credit went out again, the payments to families who are eligible to receive the child tax credit. If folks are not receiving that for some reason or another and they know that they're eligible, they can always reach out to our office. Sometimes they might be, some kind of back-end issue with their taxes, and our office can help find that information out. It's not always clear on the front end when you get communication from larger federal departments. So we're just out here trying to be a resource to our community, make sure that folks in Pahrump know that our office is here and available to help them, especially if they need any kind of assistance. And we often see a lot of veterans casework as well. We're here to help with making sure our veterans have access to those benefits that they deserve and need. We have a specific dedicated staff member who does veterans casework, and we're happy to help kind of mediate some of those situations. And I want to make sure folks know that they have a congressman who sits on the House Armed Services Committee. He's very, very focused on military, active duty military issues, but also our veterans issues as well. We have a wonderful representative who understands what it means to have those needs met immediately as well. You can give us a phone call to our main line at 702-963-9360. If you want to submit a direct casework request to our office, you can also go on our website at Horsford, HORSFORD.house, HOUSE.gov, G-O-V. Even if you just type in Stephen Horsford on Google, our website will be the first thing that pops up, and then you can go through, there's a services section, and you can fill out a casework request form directly on our website, and it'll come into our casework system so we can provide those services, and we'll reach out to the constituent directly.
And the Public Works Division presented updates to ongoing projects in progress throughout Nye County. For more on this, here's Matthew Davis.
Some great news for residents in Tonopah. The concrete is being poured and the completion date for the new sidewalks is right around the corner.
It's all coming together very, very well. And there's nobody that walks by that's not part of the buildings right there that isn't pleased to see the progress that's being made by the contractor out there. So I'm very happy to report to you that it's coming along perfectly. As Mr. Bowling said, they're going to be pouring, they've already started pouring concrete today for the finished sidewalk. They won't be complete with that for a couple of days. They're going to be starting to lay down the bricks in the 5-foot portion of NDOT's right away here. The bricks are getting here today, so they'll be on site for the contractor to start putting those bricks in here pretty quick.
The board did have some general concerns about the state of disrepair for various roads throughout the valley. Most of the damage discussed was a direct result of the severe storms that impacted the area in July. Commissioner Jabbour had this to say about some previously scheduled repairs getting deferred due to the storm damage repair.
Experienced a huge setback due to the flood, and hence we have major flood damage, which prioritized your prioritized projects. But as we now are winding down in the summer months, as a reminder, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, please keep in mind with the road repairs, and they're all important. They are all important, right? Because we're driving on them. But please keep in mind, as a reminder, Tonopah, Gabbs, Current, Round Mountain, Railroad Valley, Duckwater. We all get snow. We all get freezing temperatures. So it means that with this setback, you probably now won't be able to get out there till after the springtime. So conditions will be even worse.
Thanks so much, Matthew. Well, a reported assault against an 88-year-old man in Beaty ends with the arrest of the accused assailant.
Darwin Wyand is under arrest and facing one count of abuse of an older or vulnerable person. An 88-year-old man came into Beaty Justice Court on September 1st claiming to have been attacked. The court clerk told deputies he was injured and bleeding from his left hand. The man then left to go to the Beaty clinic where deputies met up with him. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says the man told deputies Wyand attacked him when he got out of his car at the Heritage Apartments where he lives. Officers say they observed a severe hematoma on his left hand. The victim says he used his cane to defend himself and believed he had struck Wyand in the face, but the elderly man says Wyand knocked him to the ground and began kicking him, going on to say his hand was injured as he used it to protect his face. When deputies tried to make contact with Wyand, who lives in the same apartment complex, they report it appeared he had fled the area. Less than 2 hours later, the deputies saw Wyand walking down Main Street and made contact with him. The officer says Wyand appeared to be under the influence of something, and when the officer tried to ask him what had happened earlier, they say he was difficult to understand. Wyand was taken into custody, though the arresting deputy did note that they did not see any injuries on his face from the victim's cane.
Well, a report of a domestic situation on Tiger Road here in Pahrump results in the arrest of a man for driving a stolen vehicle.
Robert Carter has been booked into the Nye County Detention Center for possessing, receiving, or transferring a stolen vehicle, grand larceny of a motor vehicle, use or possession of drug paraphernalia, and providing a false statement to obstruct a public officer. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to a home on Tiger Road on the morning of September 2nd for a reported domestic disturbance. As they arrived, a deputy noticed a white Chevy pickup fleeing the area. Officers say no one was home, so they cleared the call. Meantime, dispatch advised deputies that the white truck was possibly a stolen vehicle that had been spotted by the owner in the area of the Horizon Market on South Linda Street. Deputies checked the area and found the truck leaving the parking lot. The Sheriff's Office says the driver, later identified as Carter, drove around the building, stopped, got out of the vehicle, looked at the deputy in uniform and in a marked vehicle with emergency lights flashing, then took off on foot. Carter jumped a fence and continued to run despite the deputy's orders to stop. He eventually fell down and was taken into custody. Officers say while being questioned, Carter said he had bought the truck 2 days earlier, but had no proof of sale and said he was not given a title. Carter went on to explain he ran because he believed he had a failure to appear warrant for his arrest. Deputies determined there was no such warrant. Detectives say while speaking with Carter after his arrest, he admitted to stealing the pickup from the owner's driveway because he was intoxicated and did not want to walk home, and also admitted to using heroin. While searching the vehicle, officers did find several pieces of drug paraphernalia.
More local news right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. We're going to go to Matthew right now for the latest updates on what was on the agenda at the last Board of County Commissioners meeting.
Foodies rejoice. There's a new Mexican restaurant that's on track to opening here in Pahrump. 5280 Mexican Grub received unanimous approval for issuance of a retail liquor license. An opening date has not been specified at this time, but the restaurant will be replacing an existing restaurant located at 2450 West Mesquite Avenue here in Pahrump.
Close the board and transition back to County Commission, and congratulations.
Good luck.
Thank you. Aye.
Good luck with your business.
Thank you so much.
Come
visit us.
Take care.
Agenda item 28 is in regards to the construction of a padded cell enclosure and refurbishments to the front office at the Pahrump Jail. The bid that was submitted to the board by Cobblestone Construction was rejected, and the bidding process will start over again. The initial notice for bids for this specific agenda item were open to eligible contractors on January 22nd of this year.
All right, calling for the vote. Blundo?
Aye.
Jabor's aye.
Carboni,
Carboni's aye.
Cox.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 5-0.
Thanks so much, Matthew. Well, the National Association of Broadcasters has made a tough decision once again to cancel their annual expo in Las Vegas, which was scheduled for next month. NAB says, unfortunately, the pandemic and surge of the Delta variant has presented unexpected and unsurmountable challenges for them to reach their global community. As they have always kept the best interest and safety of the industry as their priority, it has become apparent in the face of these challenges that they can no longer effectively host NAB Show or their co-located events, the radio show and Sales and Management Television Exchange in person. The organizers say they look forward to converging at the 2022 NAB Show, April 23rd through the 27th of next year, to reignite their passion and their business and focus on a bright future ahead. Well, 6 senior ladies will compete this weekend for the title of Miss Senior Golden Years. Tonight, we continue to introduce one of the contestants, starting with Val Hallam.
Hello, I'm Val Hallam, and I'm contestant number 3 in the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant, which is going to be held at Saddle West on September the 18th at 7 p.m. And tickets are available. You can get tickets from any of the contestants or from BJ. So, hope to see everybody there. And I was born in England. I've been here most of my life, and I've lived in Pahrump for 20 years. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Val. Well, also competing this weekend is contestant number 4, Shelly Fisher.
Hi, I'm Shelly Fisher. Some of you might know me better as the Bagel Lady, but today I am contestant number 4 in the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant. The pageant will be held September 18th at the Saddle West Casino, starting at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. A little bit about myself. You might know me from doing karaoke. I did win a contest. I came in 2nd place. I do comedy around town. We just had a show at the VFW. And just come out to the Saddle West and support and have a great time and cheer on whoever you're going to cheer on. And hopefully that's contestant number 4.
Thanks, Shelly. And of course, everyone, including our tech director, Romano, is invited to Saturday's big event at the Saddle West. Senior Golden Years director BJ Hedrick Irwin says it's been a long time in the making.
Can you believe how many, a year and a half since we've had the pageant? Yeah. Practicing. But, you know, they've been wonderful. We'd start it and say, well, we're going to have it this date. Finally, it's here. And I hope when I get on stage, I'll remember what year it is. It's going to be at Saddle West Hotel and Casino on September the 18th at 7 o'clock. The doors will not open before 6 o'clock. Everyone that comes in has to have a mask on. It's mandatory. It's gaming that we have to do this for. We're sorry about that. There'll be an open bar at all times. So they can come in and relax and enjoy this wonderful show that we're bringing Paris to Pahrump. You can buy tickets at me, they can call me, and any of the contestants, any of the board members. You all know the girls around town, the Nevada Silver Tappers, and by the way, the Nevada Silver Tappers will be performing, and these girls are known all over the world since Mike Rowe was in town. They've been seen all over.
See you at Saddle West.
Thanks, ladies. Can't wait to see you. And if you'd like to get tickets for Saturday evenings at Miss Senior Golden Years pageant, Romano, all you need to do is call Jackie Greco, 775-751-3468. We'll return in just a moment with more local news.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, more hospitals are starting to offer monoclonal antibodies to help treat COVID-19. But exactly how does that therapy work?
So what it can theoretically do is, like, if somebody is exposed to a virus, these antibodies can block that person from actually having the infection. Or if somebody is already infected, it helps the infection, as long as you get it in early enough from spreading.
Dr. Adarsh Bimrasha is an infectious disease specialist for Cleveland Clinic. He says monoclonal antibodies are typically given through an IV or injection. Right now, only certain individuals qualify for the treatment. This includes adults and children over the age of 12 who have a mild to moderate case of COVID-19 and are at high risk for progressing to more severe symptoms. This also includes anyone who is 65 years and older and has certain chronic medical conditions. Dr. Bimrasha says while monoclonal antibodies can be an effective form of treatment, it is not a replacement for the vaccine.
Vaccines make your own body develop immunity, and it's not just antibodies. It affects your T cells. There are multiple ways they actually stimulate your body to develop immunity, which is way more lasting.
According to the FDA, all of the monoclonal antibody therapies currently available in the U.S. were given emergency use authorization, which is why not everyone is eligible for the treatment.
Well, if you're looking to adopt a new feline companion, we hope you'll visit one of our local shelters. For today, Save a Pet Darby O'Donnell is at Desert Haven Animal Society, where she's hanging out with Ava.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Ava. Ava is a beautiful all-black kitty. She's about 2 years old, beautiful gold eyes, very curious, super friendly. She's actually so cute because she kind of has like a little short torso and little legs. My mom likes to describe her as a little stubby, but it's super duper cute kitty. Her comments in her cards and what they say is that she's very, very sweet and loving. If you want to come and see Ava or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
Thanks so much, Darby. And you know, the Fall Festival is coming up. I can't believe it is next week, actually. It's starting there on Thursday through Sunday here at Petrick Park at the corner of Basin and Highway 160. Of course, there's so many different events, including the arts and crafts. There's going to be a horseshoe tournament, a rodeo, carnival, hot air balloon rides. It's even starting with a fireworks show by Zambelli Fireworks. But you know what is also really important is the parade, which is on Saturday morning. That starts at 9 a.m. and KPVM TV is once again hosting that parade. And if you would like to join and enter an entry into the parade with your group or even individual, or if you're a political candidate, you can also do that as well. All you need to go to is the visitpahrump.com website, and there is entry forms for that parade right there online. And of course, all the schedule and all the information. The Tourism Board has done a great job as usual, and it's going to be a wonderful Pahrump Fall Festival this year. Make sure that you get in your entry forms right away for that parade, though, because it's super important that we get you all lined up and ready to go.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside today, a little bit of haze over in that direction and some wind. We'll find out more with our weather forecast with John Kohler after the break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, enjoying the waning week of summer. Yeah, we're almost up to fall, and Fall Festival next week starting on the 23rd. Oh, looking forward to that, as the temperatures are going to be cooperating, making the evenings beautiful and wonderful. Look at this all up and down the map. Everything's cooling off a little bit. Fernley Fallon, you're at 90, 92 degrees. Carson City on down to Goldfield, high 80s. Beatty breaking out of the pack at 96. It's about 102, 103 degrees out in Amargosa and Las Vegas, and in Death Valley, 111. Still dangerous, but yeah, not too bad for them. They're like, hey, this is great. Here at the Paradise of Pahrump, well, it's like 96 degrees is our current temperature. It was up to 99 earlier, so we didn't even, we were tickling on those triple digits, weren't we? South-southwesterly winds at 11 miles per hour. Felt pretty good, though, as the sun rose this morning at 6:26 a.m. in all its glory and promise, and that'll all go away at 6:50 tonight. Which should be a beautiful sunset, and early enough to enjoy for sure. You don't have to stay up late for this one. Humidity about 13% as we head on into the week, and that means just not a lot of clouds, like none.
Actually, the next 3-4 days, it's going to be kind of nice. Winds about 14 miles per hour. Temperatures dropping, and in fact, we'll see some low 90s this week. It'll make it super pleasant, even 88 degrees come Monday, and then the temperatures sort of rebound. But the winds are declining, so it's a trade, and but a good trade. We'll look forward to that. Making plans for the weekend. Should be a good one. And Fall Festival next week. Oh boy, woo! The excitement is palpable. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.